Hello, Andy Barrows. Thank you for talking with us today.
Hello, everybody. I'm glad to be here.
You're a famous author. You've written 9 Ivy and Bean books. Tell us a little about them.
Well, I have here an Ivy and Bean book. This person here is Ivy. This person here is Bean. Before they met each other, they did not like each other one little bit. But one day, Bean was running away from home. She was having a little problem, and she found herself talking to Ivy. And that's when she discovered that Ivy was going to be a witch when she grew up. Well, after Bean discovered that, she realized that she and Ivy were going to be the best of friends. And that's what happened. They have more fun together than they ever had apart.
What made you decide to write books about kids?
Well, you know, grown-ups talk about really boring things, like real estate. Kids talk about things like worms. Who would you rather hang out with?
Did you always know that you would grow up to be a writer?
No, I didn't know I'd grow up to be a writer. What I knew was that I needed to do something involving books, because I loved to read. Also, I have to admit it, I really can't do very many things. I can read, I can bake cakes, and I can tell fortunes. Seemed like reading was going to be the way of the career.
Why do you love to read?
Why do I love to read? Because to me, every time I open up a book, it's as though I get another world added onto the one I already have. And what could be better than finding a new world with new people that are fascinating, and new buildings and new histories and new ideas and new stories? There are an infinite number of worlds because there are an infinite number of books.
Did you spend lots of time in the library when you were a kid?
Yes. In fact, I spent so much time in the library that they hired me when I was 12 years old because essentially I wouldn't leave.
Why is it important to have libraries in our school?
I think it's important to have libraries everywhere, but it's particularly important in the schools because libraries are a place where you can find the secrets. You can find the things, you can find out about the things you don't know. You can find the answers to questions you're not quite confident enough to say out loud. Libraries are the answer to everything.
Did you hear that all the kids in San Rafael are running to raise money for the school libraries?
That is so great. I am so glad to hear of kids running for any reason because, of course, running's fun. However, I'm a little worried that they're going to run and read at the same time. I would advise against that, kids. Just run, and then sit down and read.
Do you think Ivy and Bean could run for reading, maybe in your next book?
I think that Ivy and Bean would like to run for reading. I mean, Bean more or less likes to run for any reason at all. Ivy might have a few problems because Ivy's the kind of person who would probably try to run while reading, and then she would probably fall over and she would probably hurt herself. But they would try, and that's the important thing.
Thank you, Andy Barrows, for sharing your talent with us today.
All right, I'm glad to. Go out there and run for reading, kids. Ivy and Bean are behind you.
Take another minute just to give everybody a movie never